Doug, this story, I mean, is so audacious and bogus. What was the thing that jumped out at you the most? I mean, it just feels like every time you think you've got this story down about Barry Seal, something else surprises you.
It really was. It's an outrageous story. It's an outrageous adventure that Barry Seal goes on. My father actually ran the investigation into this for Congress. So I actually knew this story.
We get to see Tom Cruise back as a pilot.
Yeah.
Made me think of his Maverick days.
Yeah.
What was the first time you ever saw Tom Cruise on screen? In that role, or was it another role?
Probably Risky Business.
Yeah. And you're both pilots, so I guess you bond a lot over that?
Yeah, the first time I ever met Tom Cruise was actually in his airplane hangar.
As you do.
And I guess he knew I was a pilot. I mean, Tom Cruise is one of these people, he just knows everything. He's great at everything, he knows everything, he just magically knows I'm a pilot, and so we had our first meeting, it was in his airplane hangar. I knew when I approached him with American Made that there was no other actor I could make this film with, because I really wanted to do action sequences with airplanes that you've never seen before, and that really would require an actor who could fly the airplane.
And someone who can play up the comedy aspects of it.
I knew in Tom's hand we could create a character that would sort of be on one level kind of like despicable and lovable.
Sarah, American Made, when you read the script first, I mean, what stood out to you as being like really incredible and unbelievable about the story?
The story is like this crazy, wild ride, right? And it moves so fast, and it's, you know, when I was reading the script, I couldn't stop. I was reading it ferociously. And so, you know, it was one of those things that when I got to the end, I was just like, you know, I felt like I needed a water and just like to breathe for a moment.
Tom Cruise plays a pilot and you play his wife. What was the first film you saw him in? Can you remember?
Probably Top Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was that one. I mean, it was just, you know, I didn't see Risky Business really until I was a little bit older. But yeah, Top Gun, my parents were obsessed. And my dad, you know, that's my dad's favorite actor of all time. So when my dad actually got to meet him, it was like, whoa. He was so excited. Yes, he was like, I'm coming to Atlanta to visit you, and I need to meet him. I was like, okay.
How were you introduced to him?
So I was introduced to him for the first time at the audition, actually. I auditioned first in LA with the producers and the director, and then they flew me to Atlanta to read with Tom. And I, you know, got into town, my phone rang, it was Doug Liman. He was like, I'm so excited, this is gonna be so awesome. Hold on, Tom wants to say hi. And I was like, what? I wasn't prepared, you know? I was like, tomorrow I'm seeing Tom, I'm not talking to him today. You know, and so I was just like, deep breath. And then, you know, he was so great and he was so pumped, and we pull up to the audition the next day, and he's standing there, and he's like, let's just talk outside for a minute. And so we chatted, and then we had a 4-hour audition, and it was amazing. And we spent a lot of time just sort of, you know, talking about the characters, playing with them, doing the scenes a bunch of different ways, and it was an incredible experience. It was intense.